The entire game of chess is about checkmating the king. So while you might be winning in terms of having more pieces, or dominating the board, or having more time on your clock, if your opponent finds a way to checkmate you, it's game over. So above all else, you must protect your king. You've already learned that castling is one way to protect your king and get it out of the dangerous center. Even after you have castled, you need to keep your king safe. Let's take a look at some examples of king safety. In this position, black is in danger of being checkmated. Notice the weak dark squares around the king. White is ready to play queen g7 checkmate on the very next turn. How can black add a defender to the g7 square and avoid checkmate? Bishop f8. The dark squared bishop arrives just in time to prevent checkmate on g7 and attack the white queen. Let's take a look at another example. In this position, white decides to capture the knight on g6. Black does not want to allow white to win a piece for free, so black should recapture the bishop. Does it matter which way black recaptures the bishop? In this case, one capture loses the game instantly, and the other move keeps the game going. Let's take a look at h takes g6. This move looks okay, but notice it opens up the h-file, and black is in big trouble. There are two pieces of white's, the queen and the rook, lined up on the h-file, and now that the h-file is wide open, checkmate is delivered on the very next turn. Let's take a look at the other capture and see if that would have been better. Black could have played f takes g6. Notice this doesn't open up any lines of attack against the black king, and also black's knight is protecting the pawn on h7, so the queen should not capture that pawn. Let's take a look at one more example together. In this position, black is threatening checkmate on the very next move with queen takes h2. How can white prevent this checkmate? Well, white could capture the knight with the queen, but that would result in white losing a queen for a knight, not a good trade. In general, it is important to keep your pawns directly in front of the king, but sometimes you have to move a pawn forward in order to keep your king safe. In this case, the best move is to play h3. This blocks the queen and knight's attack on the h2 square, and it threatens to capture the knight. Now that you've learned the importance of king safety, it's your turn to practice keeping your king safe.